Hey everybody, it's Ken with AMN. Welcome to January 2024. I don't know if I've spoken to you all in 2024, but we've made it to 2024. I got so much because there's been a lot going on in my world, and I've been trying to make one of these videos. I made a couple of the videos and then ended up not uploading them just because they didn't come out how I wanted them to come out. Sometimes things come out not how I mean. Maybe it's how I feel, but it's not what I mean. And I want to make sure I, put things on the internet that how I mean. So it was, we had Christmas. Christmas was awesome. I didn't break my leg. New Year's was awesome. But shortly after Christmas, I started to get a lot of neuropathy pain. So I had emailed my doctor in Boston and asked if I could try gabapentin again. Gabapentin was one of the drugs I took way back in the day, which did nothing for me because, again, back in the day, I didn't think I had as much neuropathy pain. So I just decided to try it again, like a really lot, like it was in my feet and like my feet so much, which again, your feet are important, specifically for driving a motor vehicle, which I still do. And it just got like just fiery. Like, not that I felt unsafe with operating my motor vehicle, but that's something that's in the back of my head that I know that eventually is coming, that I may not be able to physically operate my motor vehicle without hand controls, which is like the next best thing. But I don't even know if I'll get there in my life, or I'm just not going to operate a motor vehicle. But that's down the road. We're not there yet. But yeah, but I started on it. It's a newer doctor who's in same doctor's office. I met her in Houston. We were in Houston, and she's like a go-getter. She's like a fairly new neurologist, and so she's prescribed me. We're now up to 300 milligrams per day, and she's like, and if this doesn't work, she's like, you let me know, and then we'll try something else. But so far, it's actually been helping pretty good. And again, the cold weather does not help either. But so I got that going on. That's been good. Just in the past, 2 weeks, I mean, my rollator, as much as I praise that thing has been it's been my life. It's been so awesome. Like this, we've had snowstorms these past couple weeks, and there's been icy spots and snow, and the first storm was really heavy snow, so the rollator doesn't go through that now, but I was able to get over that onto the road. When I sit back and look at it, I'm like, when I'm with my cane, I still feel uneasy and feel like I'm going to fall. When I'm with that, we're freaking gone, and we're going through the snow, and I don't feel uneasy at all. Like I literally feel like I'm walking again before AMN. And I know that's a lot for someone to take in and think, be like, what does that feel like? Well, until you feel it, you probably don't really know. But yeah, it was awesome. And I just went to a work conference, and I was the only person there with a rollator, but I rollated everywhere I needed to go, and I went to the bathroom when we went for lunch, and you literally feel like you can walk again. So I am pro rollator. I tried to sell it to my brother, who said he fell in the snow when he was trying to walk and he was going here and there. I'm like, if you had a rollator, you probably wouldn't have fell in the snow. And that's, again, the whole rollator thing is it's your pride. You need to get over the pride and just suck it up and then realize the benefits to it. I mean, I don't know. I can with AMN is pro rollator in January 2024. While I can, again, I feel like it's important while you can move your legs. If you give in and just go right to a wheelchair, I feel like you're just you're skipping a step, And at the end of the day, am I headed to a wheelchair? Probably. I mean, it's most likely going to happen. But while I got it, I'm going to use it. But you should see, I get going on my rollator, specifically when I'm going to the store. I remember earlier today I was at CVS, and I usually always end up going to the bathroom at CVS. She got AMN bladder. You gotta go. And I usually do stuff prior to when I go to CVS. So usually CVS is always my pee break. But I was just rolling through the store and people probably look at it and they're like, again, like I say, they're like, does this guy really have issues? But you know, you can't ask someone what their disabilities are, and that's kind of the same thing at like my work conference. Like, I mean, there was people that I saw there before that knew me before I was on a rollator, and people don't ask, which again, that's rude to ask, but I would gladly tell, like I tell people, and people are so cool too. Like I had people like open the door for me and stuff. When I can do that myself, at the end of the day, I can push the door and still roll. But it's just like stuff like that you're just so thankful for. And in the snow, like there is someone who lives in my apartment building who has been shoveling a spot for me to rollate. I think it's the woman that lives on the end apartment who apparently watches me trying to go through to get to my car. I have not yet to speak to her yet, but she gets a big thank you. Like, it's been such a good help. I mean, but I can still go up over the snowbanks, though. I mean, I'll get there, but yeah. So yeah, it's like stuff like that. Like I'm telling you, the rollator has just been awesome, and I can still pretty much live my life to the fullest. I mean, it sucks. There's times that I'm like, oh, this sucks. I gotta go get my rollator. I mean, even times like when I go into the gas station, like if I like order food from Sheetz, like it's not just a gas station. They have made to order food. Their food's pretty good if you've never been to a Sheetz. But I used to hobble in, and I feel so uneasy even just hobbling in and going to pick up my food but I get out my rollator and I roll in and I go pick it up. I just feel so much better, and like I feel like when I walk in, I feel like I'm still like, all right, I gotta hang on to something. And at work, I think that I have not brought, I felt like I was taking wall surfing way too much. Like I was really, really hanging onto the walls at work, and I'm like, I just feel like something's going to happen and it's not going to be good. And something with the wall surfing is going to go bad. I'm going to go down. I don't want to cause, even for the company I work for, I don't want another workman's comp because of AMN. So I'm like, so now I have a rollator at work, which my friends gave me, which I originally took to work as more of a backup, like if I need one or when the time comes. And I just made the decision, well, the time has come, I'm going to start using this at work. And I do. I have it, and I park it at the office right above the steps. I walk out to my car with no rollator. And then I walk up the steps, and then I hop on my rollator, and then I go to my desk, and then vice versa. And it works out awesome. And it's safer. It's a little louder because of the way the tile is like tiles with the grout and stuff, and the wheels go over it. But that took a while to get used to. But at the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? This is still better than just wall surfing, taking chances. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do to do what you got to do. And, yeah, I feel like I've done that. And again, I'm just living. I'm living. It's awesome. In March, I'm going to the ALD Alliance. Finally, my first one, I'm able to go to one of their in-person meetings in Brooklyn. I originally was thinking about, I hate driving in city traffic. When I got hit by an ambulance in Boston, I'm like, I just hate city traffic in general. But I originally was going to go to Newark, park there, take a car to Brooklyn. To and fro, it would have cost over $300. And I'm like, yeah, that's nuts. So I rethought the plan, and I'm like, I'm going to come in at like 5 a.m. the day before. I'm just going to get to Brooklyn. I'm going to park. And then I'm just going to hang out in Brooklyn all day. I have friends who live in Manhattan, so I'm like, I thought about taking an Uber, go see them, and then just make my way back to then check into my hotel and stuff. And so I was just like, even shit like stuff like, oh shit, excuse my language, Ken with AMN does not like to curse, but stuff like that just like affects like even just like, it's almost like I'm taking a rollator to New York City. I'm like, just making things easier on myself is like in the back of my brain usually always, but I just don't like city driving, but yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be fun, I think. And again, I know the majority of those people, but there's some people that go to attend those meetings that I've never met before. So I think it'll be fun, and I'm excited for that. So that's gonna be my March to do. So. Anyway, Ken with AMN, it's great to meet. I've been meeting new people from these videos, so definitely if you have AMN, newly diagnosed, you're diagnosed, want to shoot the breeze, you want to chat, make sure you put a comment down below and I'll get a hold of you. And yeah, keep those feet moving, everybody. And I'll see you all next time for whenever that may be.